Good evening and welcome to the April 29th, 2025 business meeting of the Wall Township Public School District. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Smythe, sunshine announcement and roll call, please.
Yes, this is the Wall Township Board of Education meeting for which adequate notice under the Open Public Meeting Act was provided by notice to the Co-Star, Asbury Park Press, Township Clerk's Office, all Wall Township Public Schools, and the Board Administration Office on January 9, 2025. Take a roll call. Ms. Adams?
Here.
Mr. Adenizio? Here. Ms. Barbiere?
Here.
Mr. Brereton?
Here.
Mr. Buffa?
Here.
Ms. DiGiovanni? Mr. Smith? Here. Mr. Wondrak? Here. Mr. Mallett?
Here. At this time, can I have a motion to go into executive sessions for the items listed on the agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Buffa? I'll second. Mr. Adenizio, second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. We will be in executive session till approximately 7 p.m. Good evening and welcome to the Wall Township Board of Education Business Meeting for April 29th, 2025. Let's please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and the color guard from the NNDCC will provide the colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll be reconvening to public session. Mr. Smythe, please roll call.
Ms. Adams?
Here.
Mr. Adenizio? Here. Ms. Barbier?
Here.
Mr. Brereton?
Here.
Mr. Buffa?
Here.
Ms. DiGiovanni? Here. Mr. Smith? Here. Mr. Wondrak? Here. Mr. Mason Adams? Here. Sorry, Megan Cappy? Is that what we got? Sorry. And Mr. Mal.
Here. Okay, I'd like to turn over to Dr. Hanrahan for the student showcase.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maliff. We have something really special to share with everyone this evening, and I'm going to start by inviting our athletic director, Ms. Marnie Henry, to the podium, because this is something that's very special that I believe really everyone should know about, and I'm going to ask her to fill you in on the amazing news.
Thank you so much, Dr. Henry and board. It is truly an honor and privilege to be here tonight to celebrate an incredible athletic achievement. We have a young man, if I can invite him to come up here, Mr. Jonathan Klein, who has done an amazing job this year as a member of the boys bowling team, but I also would like to invite his head coach, Mr. Martin, up to tell us a little bit more. But Donovan achieved a great task this year. He was crowned the NJSIAA State Bowling Champion, individual bowling champion. So while he did an amazing job during the season with his teammates, what he was able to accomplish as an individual has brought us so much pride, and he's had the help of his father, who has been working with our team as well as a volunteer coach, and his dad. His accolades, I could go on and on about, but this young man is special. I'm going to have Coach Martin here fill you in on a little of the specifics, and also please notice some of the pictures up on the board.
Thank you, Marnie. I guess the main thing I'd like to say about Donovan is, as talented as he is in the lanes, his humbleness, his generosity towards his teammates, you would never know, because in a state that stresses athletics a lot, he is #1 in the state, and you would never know that by the way he carries himself, the way he comports himself, the way he works with teammates and helps them get better. He finished #1 in the short conference in scoring per game, #2 in the state, and really the entire year he just built towards this state title, and you could see it coming, you could see the determination, and I think what also was so impressive about Donovan is he's not a one-trick pony, all right? He does very, very well academically. He's basically become a very good golfer, and he's just the type of person that you should be very proud of Wall, and somebody that we should expect more from because he's only a sophomore. So we've got another two years of him. So, yes, indeed. Yes. Thank you.
I also wanted to let everyone know, it's very rare that we have a state champion. All of our state championship teams get a banner in our gym that will stay forever, the year, the names. So Donovan, I believe, he's the first one to get an individual state championship banner that will be held in the gymnasium for every year. So we're hoping he adds a few more, but to have one is amazing. So we're so, so, so proud of him. Thanks, Donovan.
Miss Donovan, don't leave. Come back. Yeah, we've got a picture. I just want to say, I was a high school principal for a really long time, and that is the banner in the gym is the apex, the banner in the gym. And Ms. Henry, I think we need to order probably an extra big banner, if you don't mind, because I have a lot of good feeling for the next couple years. So, so we would love to take a picture, and I'm going to ask our board president, Mr. Maliff, because we have a little token for you. But I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see that banner in the gym. And someday you're going to bring your family and all friends to see this when you're old like me. So that is how cool having a banner in the gymnasium is. So if you can all work with us so we can have a nice photo op.
Okay, at this time, we're going to have our student representative report, Mason and Michael. Oh, sorry.
As we are nearing the end, students are getting ready to take their AP testing starting next week. We also want to congratulate the seniors who participated in signing day last week. We want to recognize the hard work and dedication of the students and staff involved in the WHS spring musical production of The Addams Family. This production took place on April 24th, 25th, and 26th. The community is so proud of their performers, stage crew, musicians, etc. Everyone who made this play so amazing. This week, all of the 9th graders are taking the NJSLA testing, and our first block every morning is extended to accommodate for the testing periods. Good luck to the freshmen the rest of this week.
The yearbook staff and club just submitted the 2025 Wall High School yearbook 2 days ahead of schedule, and all of the students are so excited to see the finished product in June. The seniors will be first to get their books at the senior night in June. Congrats to the students invited to the state level of teen arts. Congratulations to Samuel Feldman, who has been invited to the state level of teen arts for vocal solo, and congratulations to Mr. Bryan's guitar ensemble, who were also invited to state teen arts for guitar. Such huge accomplishments. This Thursday, May 1st, seniors have their decision day. We look forward to celebrating all of our students on May 1st as they commit to their college, universities, military, and future career plans.
Okay. Thank you, Michael and Megan. Appreciate your reports. Okay. As always, you're welcome to stay, but if you would like to leave, you may leave, because I'm sure you have a lot of things to go on. Thank you.
Can't wait to see your shirts.
At this time, we're going to open up our first public comment for any school-related issues. The board requests that those individuals speaking will be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when making comments. Specifically, comments regarding individual students and school personnel are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws in New Jersey. The Wall Township Board of Education bears no responsibility, nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Speakers should consider their comments in the light of the legal rights of those affected by identified in their comments, and recognize that they are legally responsible for and liable for their comments. And please keep comments to the 3-minute limit, which is part of our policy. At this time, anybody who would like to make a comment on any school-related issue, we have a microphone at the top. We also have one down at the bottom. Just please provide us your name, and then you can begin your comments. We have somebody up top. Please go ahead.
Good evening. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Annalie Wilderman. I've been a paraprofessional here at the intermediate school for 22 years, and I am the new WTEA Vice President for ESPs, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations and good luck in your position.
Good evening, all. My name is Kathy Sayers. I'm a Wall Township resident, a former paraprofessional in this district, and I hold a staff position in the WTEA. Tonight, I want to address an issue that often flies under the radar, but is crucial for the well-being of our elementary students: the absence of lunch paraprofessionals during school lunch periods. This may seem like a minor detail in the grand scheme of education, but I assure you it's anything but. The WTEA is here to speak to the district's plan to eliminate the positions of 30 lunch paraprofessionals. Central office has estimated that the district will save approximately $350,000, not accounting for the increase in the cost of replacing these roles with certified staff. If we consider that all lunch paraprofessionals are at the top of the guide, the actual savings would only amount to $270,000, and they are not all at the top of the guide. There is nothing added to their salary to increase their cost to the district, since none of them get health benefits. So they are the most reasonably priced employees the district has. This raises an important question. Is this reduction truly the best way to bridge the gap in the district's budget? We proposed an alternative. 3 supervisors instead of 30 lunch paraprofessionals could achieve similar savings without sacrificing the daily support that our students rely on. Currently, lunch paraprofessionals provide essential and daily consistent interaction with the students. Sometimes the supervisors or certified staff who may float in and out cannot replicate. The day-to-day benefits that our elementary students receive from their lunch paraprofessionals are invaluable. These dedicated staff members have developed relationships with the students, understanding their dietary needs and preferences, and providing support for those who need help with their meals. They know which students need to eat before buying snacks, who require assistance when unwrapping their food, which is almost all of the kindergartners. What about all those notes that teachers get each day? And while they can easily rely the nuances to the paraprofessionals that take care of their students, will they have time to determine that it's Tuesday? After all, Tuesdays, her students are with Mr. Smith. And no, she won't have time because she has lunch too. Some of these members have dedicated over 20 years to this district and felt much more than blindsided by this non-renewal. To summarize, it's much easier to find $270,000 at the top of the pyramid instead of at the bottom. Thank you for your time this evening.
Good evening. My name is Gail Marr, and I am the proud president of the WTEA, a Wall Township resident and a teacher at the intermediate school. Imagine a bustling cafeteria filled with young students, excited, energetic, and often overwhelmed by their surroundings. In this environment, the absence of lunch paraprofessionals can lead to serious consequences. These dedicated individuals are not merely staff members. They are vital guardians of our students' safety, dietary, and emotional health, both in the cafeteria and at recess. Without lunch paraprofessionals, the district creates an environment ripe for bullying and harassment. Our youngest students, still learning the intricacies of social interactions, may find themselves in vulnerable situations without the guidance and supervision of their trusted adults. Consider the shy child sitting alone, anxious and unsure. In the absence of their supportive lunch paraprofessional, this student may become an easy target for ridicule and exclusion. Conversely, those who are more assertive may exploit the lack of oversight, leading to potential conflicts. We must also remember that lunch paraprofessionals play a crucial role in teaching social skills and conflict resolution. They model positive interactions and provide guidance on how to navigate friendships and disagreements. So what can we do tonight to decide how this should all play out? We look to you, our board members, for the inclusion of lunch paraprofessionals in our elementary schools in the 25-26 school year. By keeping this type of position, you are investing in the emotional and social well-being of our future leaders. So, 3 administrators instead of 30 staff positions that interact with our littles every day. 5 years ago, we only had 1 superintendent and no assistant superintendents. And how much better are we for that increase? 3 curriculum supervisors, and now we have 7. Is that the increase in the level of administration benefiting our students? Our 1 facility manager used to have 1 operations supervisor for 7 members, but we now think we need 2 operations supervisors for the 7 people, so each supervisor is responsible for 3½ people. In conclusion, let us work together to ensure each of our elementary students enjoy lunch in a safe and supportive environment. Please recognize the crucial role of these 30 employees and advocate for their presence in our 4 schools. Go back to the drawing board and think about what is best for the young students in our district. Thank you for your time with this.
Good evening. My name is Matt Butler. My daughter Scarlett goes to the Old Mill School, and before that she went to Wall Primary. I want to express my gratitude to all the paraprofessionals in the Wall School District. The paras at Wall Primary and Old Mill School have been instrumental in my daughter's growth and development. On an emotional level, they're like family members. They have made her experience at school wonderful and safe, all I could hope for as a parent. They are undervalued and underappreciated in my estimate, and I would advocate for a raise rather than the elimination of their position. I would like to ask the board to reconsider funding the lunch para positions for next year. The lunch paras help supervise the most unstructured times of the day, lunch and recess. They create a safe environment. By eliminating paras, we invite an unsafe environment. Almost every negative issue in schools can be traced to a lack of supervision, which has been the fertile ground for so many of the scandalous events we see on the news. When something happens, we all say, how could something like that happen in the school? Where were the admin? Where were the teachers? Obviously, they weren't privy to the event or the information, or they would have intervened and done something about it, whatever it may be. And oftentimes you hear people apologize, admin, saying, we will be vigilant moving forward so something like this never happens again. By removing lunch paras, we create openings for issues that proactive supervision would eliminate. Please consider funding lunch paras and all paraprofessionals for the safety of our children next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Reno. I'm a parent of 3 boys at Old Mill School. I'm here tonight because, along with many other parents, I'm deeply concerned about the recent decisions to eliminate the lunch aid staffing at Old Mill School. And this is a change that would directly impact the safety, the supervision, and well-being of our children. Lunch aids are not an optional support. They're essential. They help open the lunch containers for the little ones, assist with spills and accidents, step in when kids get hurt or sick, monitor for bullying, and help students with special needs who need that extra care. I am deeply disappointed that this decision was made and that the aides were notified of their job loss before any communication was sent to the parents. As stakeholders of our children's education and care, we deserve transparency and a voice in decisions that will affect their day-to-day safety. Based on the aides that we heard directly from, the only backup plan was to get one teacher at Old Mill to supervise an entire cafeteria of 80 students, which is unacceptable and dangerous. So we respectfully urge the boards to provide answers. What is the plan in place to ensure safe supervision during our lunch and recess? How will this impact teachers' workload and classroom instructions? And what is being done to protect the most vulnerable children in our school? We ask that these decisions be reconsidered or at least paused until a safe and sustainable solution is in place. I also started a petition early this morning, and I already have 54 signatures of Old Mill School parents that are very concerned and want answers. And I'm glad to share that with anybody in this room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Aaron Liller. I have a son, kindergarten child here at Old Mill School. We've had a fantastic experience. I was alerted to this issue earlier today via email, and for me, you know, I anticipated people being prepared and the budget and all that, and in my normal job, in my normal forum, I'm more was the facts and the details. When I saw this today, I said, you know what, I'm gonna come here and just give you a real life experience of my child who is new to the school district. So, as a new parent in the school, Old Mill, very excited. Kids going to kindergarten, we got the school bus, we got the cafeteria, the lunch, you know, all these great things that we're excited about. One of the reasons, I'm a real estate attorney, one of the reasons we moved to Wall District was because of the Wall school system. We've had nothing but great experiences. Love Old Mill. I'm still recovering from the, you know, the fun run there, right? But I wanted to give a real life, practical, this is a kindergarten who just started, and that's my son. So my son's going to school, and you know, me and my wife are nervous about the bus, right? As most parents probably are about the kindergartner going on the first time on the bus, and also excited and the tears and all that. The other thing is the lunch time. Now, I saw some of the highlights and everybody that spoke before, right? It's the hypotheticals, and some of them are probably based on past experiences, and they're talking about the bullying and enough time. And for us, we were just worried about our kid only eats Dino Nuggets at home. What is he gonna eat? But we want him to try to eat, right? So we had a plan where he was gonna do 3 days at school lunch, 2 days off. He loves ham and cheese sandwich, right? So on. So for the first 2 months, it's great, right? He's going to the bus, he's ham and cheese, he's got the bagel or pizza on Friday, it's going good. And then sometime around November, I noticed that my wife is waking up a half an hour early every day, and she's stressed, right? Mornings are stressful. We also have, you know, a younger toddler in daycare, and I'm like, why are we doing lunch every day? I thought the school lunch thing, that's what we were prepared for. And she said, well, Aaron said to me that he doesn't have enough time at lunch to buy lunch, get to his table, and eat it. So for me, I go, okay, well, that's strange, but you know, they've been doing this, you know, it's not my job to say how the school runs. I love the school, it's great. I don't, you know, daycare, we get the pictures every day. Preschools or kindergarten's a little different. Just we put our blind faith and trust into the teachers and what's happening. So, you know, I said, you know, maybe this is my son just having this little growth spurt where they're just talking too much, playing. But it hasn't changed. And then when I saw this today, and I go, well, one of the concerns was, you know, the young kids opening the lunch or the milk box or whatever it is, right? I don't know what's happening at lunchtime. And older parents and people that are more invested are gonna talk about the bullying and all that. I'm not there yet. My kid just turned 6. I love his experience. You know, God bless that doesn't happen, right? For me, it's just the actual functioning of, and sorry, I'm gonna end quickly. The functioning of, it seems like there's not enough people there already to get my son, who's just learning for the first time, to use his pay card or, you know, the account, to get the bagel, to get the pizza, to sit down, to also engage with his friends. And I think that the kindergartners probably need a lot more attention. So I acknowledge that that's not a concern for, hey, we can't budget our entire thing based upon the 5-year-olds at the lunch table. But I also think that, hey, that's very impactful. This is their first experience. The lunchtime should be a positive time. So my kid is bringing his lunch every day because he doesn't have enough time. Maybe, some of that is guarded in, they need more people. So when I saw this email of, hey, they're cutting the lunch staff, okay.
Okay.
I wanted to
Please,
bring a
sir,
real life experience. Go ahead.
If you can
Yeah,
conclude.
I wanted
Thank
to bring
you.
a real life experience of,
Thank
hey,
you.
this is my 5-year-old kid, and in November he stopped eating lunch at school. He says he doesn't have enough time. I don't think that's innate in him to say that, right? He would say, hey, Daddy, I don't like their pizza. I like, use Attilio's, right? I like Attilio's pizza, Daddy. I don't like their pizza. So I wanted to bring a real life example of a 5-year-old who said, I don't have enough time at lunch to eat. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else for public comment? Young lady up top.
Not as poised and prepared as the speakers before me, but my name's Courtney Griffin. I have 4 children in the Wall Township District. I have a junior all the way down to a 1st grader, so I'm actually in all 3 schools. We have had such a positive experience. Love being at Old Mill. My kids are excited to go to school each day. And when I learned of the cuts with the paras just today, I was shocked and upset, and I started speaking to my older kids, getting their opinions. And I guess one of my first questions is, the money that you're saving from cutting the paras, where's that money going? What's that being put into? I always thought that the welfare of our students at Wall Township schools is the top priority. So to me, these cuts should not be made. There's a saying called walk a mile in someone else's shoes. A suggestion I have to the board is how you expect, whether it's one person or I'm hearing rumors of it's going to be one teacher that goes out and supervises. My suggestion to you is perhaps the members of the board should go out and work the lunch and the playground time and yourself and see, are you able to meet the needs of Molly, who has a cut on her knee, and Billy, who's crying because he can't get on the swing. I have a daughter who is so shy, who I am beyond proud of, that has made so many friends this year, but I can't tell you how many times she's come home and I just walked around by myself, Mommy, on the playground, and you know who she talks to? The paras. The paras know her more than her teachers can even speak to her. They know when we had a new baby. They know where we went on vacation. She knows that they're off to be with one of their children. And, I was driving and talking to my son today about this, my 17-year-old, and he was saying to me, Mom, how can they cut the paras? I can still remember the faces and names of every para I had throughout my school time at Wall Township, and I was so taken back. Here's a 17-year-old junior in high school who's like, how can they do that? And my other concern is it is a rushed time. These kids are forced to grow up so much quicker. For standardized testing, we're throwing so much at them. They don't have time to be kids anymore. As it is, they get 20 minutes to eat their lunch and 20 minutes to go outside. Like the person before me mentioned, I can't tell you how many times they don't even get to finish their lunch. So I just really, Wall Township's a huge district. We all pay a ton in taxes. These paras are essential to the success of our schools, and I really just, ask you to reconsider it. I mean, I feel like what's next? Are the teachers going to be asked to drive the kids and we're going to get rid of the bus drivers? I mean, it really isn't fair. So I just really hope that you'll reconsider and think about what's best for the students. I'd hate for a tragedy to happen and for us to be reflecting back and wishing we would have kept the paras when we, decided something else. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Never done this before, so a little inspired by the last one. I'm Amy Brewer. I am a Wall Township resident. I have one daughter in Central School and another one next year, and I'm a volunteer at West Bummer School. I just want to say that for every person that's here, I know there's at least 4 off the top of my head parents who are not able to make it tonight. So just to say that, yes, there's a little bit of a crowd, but there's much more of a crowd of people who would be here if they could, because this is such an important thing. So I just kind of want to draw attention to that it's something that is important to us parents to know that our kids are taken care of when they're there. And 3 supervisors really is not that big of a deal compared to 30 lunch aides. It really isn't. And I see, when I'm at West Bummer School, I see the paras there. The connection they have is unreal. I know it's the same at Central School, and I volunteered there for different events. These are important people to our kids. And I was a high school teacher for 10 years. I just feel like the supervisors are also important. I think it's considering, do you care more about saving money or do you care more about the children? So, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth Stoddard, and I work as a paraprofessional at Old Mill. I am both a lunch para and the recess para. However, I've had different roles throughout my whole career. I've been a teacher at Belmar Elementary School, and I've also been in food services for 6 years in Wall Township. I was told I shouldn't get up and speak, but I'm coming after these great moms came up and spoke. My number one concern is the children. I have 4 children. They're older. My youngest is now an intermediate. Her name is Molly. My son, who is 25, has type 1 diabetes. We know which kids need more than just someone to open up a package. We know which children need to go to the bathroom together because they have epilepsy, or walk to the nurse because they have asthma, or that they shouldn't be in the tunnel for too long because they might have a breathing issue. We're not just here because we have to be. We're here because we want to be, and we want our kids and the children and the future of Wall to have a safe environment. As a mom, safety is first. Health is the most important thing in the world. I also have a daughter, and I'm looking at some of the West Belmar representatives, and my daughter Michaela is 19, and some of her aides are here, and she has autism and bipolar. She had her best experience in Wall, and she had her best experience at West Belmar. It is crucial, it is underlooked, overlooked, and we were kind of blown away by this experience of how we found out. We've had great bosses, we've had great staff to work with. It's more than just a camaraderie, it's a family. And I really hope that it's reconsidered, because I have 4 children who came through the system in ages from 13 to 25. And because of the care that has been given through Wall and the experience of not just treating a child as a number, but caring for them as an individual, that is how they have now become successful in the community and in their life, in their daily life, and also how they've survived. My son is 25 and he's in Texas. First time he's been alone on a business trip. And I want to thank Nurse Farrell, who's not here at West Belmar, because she was his second mom. The paraprofessionals made sure he ate after he had his insulin. Here at Intermediate, he had Beth Lair, wonderful person, and we'll miss her tragically. I don't want tragedy to happen, and I hope that you reconsider for the goodness of the children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Betsy Cross, I live in Wall Township. I'm glad that that employee actually stood up. I give her a lot of credit. Thank you for doing that. Tonight I stand before you not as just a concerned parent and grandparent, but as a member of Moms for Liberty. And as you're aware, I believe deeply in the fundamental rights that the Constitution guarantees. The 5th, 9th, and 14th Amendments are clear. We as parents have an undeniable right to the direct upbringing, education, and care for our children. This is not a preference or a matter of opinion, it's our constitutional right. So nobody fights for their kids like a mom and a dad, so thank you to the dads that came out here today. I'm here tonight to speak on 2 things. First, on Policy 5756. I am extremely against this policy. It needs to be abolished. We cannot have the boys in the girls' locker rooms. We can't have them on the sports teams. We can't have them in the girls' bathrooms. You have separate rooms for that. I think I did bring it up last month to be ignored. I'm sure you've seen in the news that Peyton McNabb, she was a 17-year-old junior in high school. She was hit in the head and suffered brain damage by being hit by a male playing volleyball. We don't need that to happen here in Wall Township. So everybody's entitled to do what they want to do, but we've got to keep the boys out of the girls' bathrooms. In terms of this policy, I think it would have been helpful if you told us exactly why you were doing this. To me, it makes no sense. If we're gonna, you should tell us what the number is right now so we don't have to beg the number out of you. If it's $270,000, that's peanuts out of your almost $100 million budget. If Tracy Handerhan and Brian Smythe just gave back what they're gonna cash out in sick and vacation pay, you'd have 200 grand right there. It's outrageous. The money that we pay these people, if you don't use your vacation, you lose it. If you don't use your sick pay, you lose it. We don't get to cash out boat payments to people. Mr. Smythe is well over 100,000. Tracy Handerhan's been here a few years. She's at 58 grand. The numbers that I had to Oprah, we're gonna pay over $48,000 for Tracy Handerhan's 100% health benefits. When she got here, she only paid 1.5%. If you hadn't have wasted $1 million to have Rose Sergio sit home and 3 football coaches and the athletic director and all these other people, you'd have an extra $1 million right now. But you squander and waste money. Where is my FNF chair? Thomas Buffa, what are you doing? You're terrible. To come here and to take these poor people making, what, $12 to $15 an hour, you're gonna cut their pay? And me speaking from experience, Mrs. O'Malley was a godsend for my son because my son was bullied in Old Mill and those same kids made it all the way up and were the issue in the Wall football program. So I know it from experience. I said, if you don't take care of these kids in the beginning, in first grade, they're gonna turn out to cause major problems. And they certainly did, didn't they? So you've got that lawsuit that you're worried about now. So you got one lawsuit after the next. So you need to manage your money better and you need to find the money of $270,000 and protect these students and bring these women back. Thank you.
Do we have anyone else for public comment at this time? Okay, seeing none, we're going to close this public comment session. At this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Handerhan for some special presentations.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maliff. At this point, I'd like to invite the board to take a seat in one of the lower seats in the auditorium section. The budget presentation is about to begin. It is a video that has been prepared with slides. It will be available on our website very, very shortly after the presentation this evening. So I just wanted to point out that yes, it's available to be seen through the live stream, but we will also, right after its viewing, be posting it on our website so that you can see it without the distance of the live stream. And following the video, I will be making some comments and some remarks with respect to the budget after its viewing. So thank you for your time, and I believe, Mr. Allworth, are we ready? Welcome to the Wall Township Public Schools public budget hearing for the 2025-2026 school year. This year, the budgeting process commenced in October and has been diligently pursued since then. During this time, administrators have worked closely with members of the Board of Education to evaluate needs and set priorities, many of which are in line with the district's strategic goals.
For enhancements to facilities, the district identified projects slated for the upcoming school year and potential costs. A public workshop session for the budget was held on February 25th. This session was designed to clarify the rationale behind budgeting decisions, which was a central theme of the discussions. For more comprehensive information on next year's budget priorities, please visit our website to view the workshop presentation posted on the Business Office page under the Budget Accordion or the Board of Education presentation section. On March 18th, the Board of Education approved the submission of a tentative budget to the New Jersey Department of Education. The tentative budget was approved by the NJDOE. Following the presentation and public hearing this evening, the Board of Education will vote on the proposed budget. Wall Township Public Schools has dedicated this budget season to the planning of significant curriculum projects and programming initiatives for the 2025-2026 school year. In the upcoming year, our budget objectives will focus on the execution of these identified curricular projects, as well as the launch of new programming options. Prioritizing student wellness will remain paramount. Additionally, we will emphasize professional development for all staff members. The Human Resources Department will ensure staffing efficiencies within the district budget, and funding for capital projects will be prioritized and will continue to be funded through the Capital Reserve account. It is important to clarify that the capital projects mentioned this evening do not encompass those identified through the referendum. A letter detailing all ongoing referendum projects was sent to the community earlier this month and is available on the district website. The curriculum and instruction budget is strategically aligned to support the academic objectives outlined in the district's broader strategic plan. As highlighted in the mid-year goals update, the district's academic vision is to cultivate a culture of academic innovation and excellence. This vision ensures that students have access to personalized learning experiences, a rigorous curriculum, and ample support resources, empowering them to reach their full potential. As a result, the budget prioritizes key areas: curriculum development, instructional resources, professional development, and supplemental programs. At the heart of curriculum design is the goal of enhancing the quality of teaching and learning. A well-crafted curriculum serves as a roadmap guiding educators on what content to teach, along with effective instructional strategies and assessment practices. Regular curriculum revision is essential for staying aligned with best practices. This summer, teachers will engage in collaborative efforts to revise curricula in mathematics, multilingual education, world language, and elective courses at Wall Intermediate School to support the new schedule, high school electives, and special education courses at the high school. While a robust curriculum is foundational to quality teaching, it is equally critical to support this curriculum with research-based instructional resources. Ongoing evaluation of instructional materials ensures alignment with the New Jersey student learning standards and adherence to current best practices. This year, teachers in grades 4 through 8 and secondary mathematics have piloted new instructional materials and have made recommendations for new resources. These new resources, along with the updated Advanced Placement United States History textbooks, are accounted for within the budget. Additionally, the budget includes provisions for consumable materials such as K-5 reading and writing workbooks aligned to the Science of Reading protocols, novels for grades 6 through 12, as well as general instructional supplies. In our modern digital landscape, it is essential to integrate educational platforms that enhance classroom instruction. To facilitate individualized learning, the district utilizes assessment platforms that generate detailed reports, offering insights into student strengths and areas for improvement. These platforms, along with other content-specific resources, support both teaching and learning across various disciplines. School districts are required to provide specialized programming to support students with special needs. Ensuring that these services are delivered within the least restrictive environment is paramount, as we must allow students to learn alongside their peers whenever possible. Our district offers a range of supports, including differentiated learning materials, adaptive technology, and professional services such as speech and occupational therapy. For some students, participation in an extended school year or ESY program is necessary to support progress towards their individualized learning goals. As part of our commitment to inclusive practices, we are pleased to share that the budget allows for the continued expansion of unified sports at Wall Intermediate School and Wall High School. This year, the program grew to include 3 sports: flag football, bowling, and kickball, thus providing meaningful experiences and opportunities for students of all abilities to compete and connect. Looking ahead, next year's budget proposal maintains all current program offerings, including the continuation of our innovative School Within a School model, the RISE program at Wall High School. Our goal remains to educate all students in their local schools, fostering a sense of community and belonging. The specialized programs within the Special Education Department allow us to serve a wide range of student needs. In addition to the educational benefits for our students, maintaining robust in-district programming leads to significant cost savings. Additionally, the strength and uniqueness of our programs position us to potentially offset local costs by welcoming tuition students from other districts who may benefit from the specialized services offered here in Wall Township. The vision of our wellness program is a holistic approach to supporting students' health and well-being. By addressing the social, emotional, behavioral, and health-related aspects of development, our wellness initiatives are designed to build essential skills and prepare students for real-world challenges. The proposed wellness budget includes several key initiatives to support student well-being. Examples include continued instruction with the 7 Mindsets curriculum, staff professional development to foster a classroom culture of connection, as well as student extension activities to promote a sense of individual belonging. Additionally, wellness principles and positive habits of mind will be integrated throughout the school's offerings, with opportunities such as the 9th grade reading, class meetings, and student staff advisory experiences. Services tailored to individual needs will focus on mental health counseling, skill development, and restorative practices through the BASE intervention program, which is an extension of the Mindset curriculum. A new school social worker position will be added to provide direct counseling, support trauma-informed classroom practices, connect students and families to community resources, and develop intervention plans for specific needs. Family wellness nights, school counseling presentations, newsletters from wellness providers, and specialized providers such as head nurse and school physician will continue to address students' medical, social, emotional, and academic needs. Collaboration with community resource providers will remain essential in ensuring that students have access to wraparound services extending beyond the traditional school day. Lastly, situational spending governed by statutes such as the McKinney-Vento Act, homebound instruction, and nursing services for individualized care will be prioritized to remove barriers for students experiencing exceptional situations. All of the 2025-2026 wellness initiatives are designed to meet the diverse and evolving needs of our current students while promoting their long-term health, development, well-being, and safety. The proposed technology budget prioritizes redundancy and technology availability as the district strives to provide uninterrupted educational services across the district. The technology budget allocation addresses 4 critical areas: infrastructure updates, including virtualization server environments, server redundancy, telecommunication services, and redundant internet connections. Additional software services and licensing for essential instructional and operation tools such as Content Filter and Adobe Creative Cloud. We will be implementing enhanced network security measures to continue to protect our sensitive data and systems. This strategic investment not only safeguards our current technological capabilities, but also builds a more resilient foundation that can adapt to future educational needs while maintaining consistent service for students and staff. Maximizing efficiency in human resources remains a priority in an effort to ensure the sustainability and expansion of our district's programs and services. This includes new instructional schedules for the intermediate school and elementary schools. This year's budget also includes new staffing to support the evolving needs of our students, increased technology services, and the progression and oversight of referendum projects. This budget also reflects a 31.0 FTE decrease and a current salary savings of over $600,000. While the district values and appreciates the work of our part-time, non-instructional lunch paraprofessionals, the difficult decision was made to eliminate these 30 positions district-wide in an effort to further aid in developing a balanced budget for next year. Again, I wish to stress the district's appreciation for these employees' dedicated service. The total budget salary increase for the 2025-2026 school year is approximately 2.29%. The majority of the savings have been captured through attrition, that is, through retirement, resignation, or promotion. Staff transfers will also be used as a means to ensure savings and maximize personnel efficiency. I believe it is important to note that the trend of increasing healthcare costs for employees is again expected to continue. After consultation with employee benefits professionals, it is necessary to budget an additional 13% for health benefits this year. I would like to stress that the capital projects identified in this proposed budget are separate and apart from referendum projects. Next year's projects funded by the proposed annual school budget include repaving the parking lots at Wall High School and the board office, reconstruction of concrete walkways of the main and athletic entrances at Wall High School, asbestos abatement at multiple schools, and design services for a new student transportation facility. $1 million is budgeted for these projects, funded through a capital reserve account. A little over $700,000 has been budgeted for district-wide building maintenance, including refinishing the intermediate school gym floor. This slide provides a detailed view of the last 3 years of spending in each program category. This slide also details the percent change over the current year's budget. As I mentioned earlier, it was necessary to budget for an increase of 13% in health benefits. With this increase in total benefits, which includes health benefits, make up over 22% of next year's annual school budget. I find this pie chart to be helpful in visualizing the budget appropriations. This slide provides an overview of how the budget is divided by object over the past 3 years. This slide shows the consistency of how funds are allocated and clearly shows that we are a service-oriented organization. This slide details the sources of funding used to develop the budget. As I am sure you are aware, most of the budget is raised through the local tax levy. This year, the budget includes allowable statutory tax levy increase of 2%. State and federal aid, as well as reserve accounts, also help fund the annual school budget. I would like to share with you that there's an additional source of funding in this budget titled Health Waiver. When the cost of state health benefits increases by more than 2%, school districts are eligible for a waiver for the amount exceeding 2% up to the amount of the state health benefits increase, which this year is 13%. This waiver exists to assist school districts in absorbing substantial increases in health benefits when the state's plan is experiencing substantial increases. Faced with a 13% increase in the district's health benefits cost, the district requests the use of this waiver to increase the tax levy an additional 2.2% so that student programs, services, and curricular initiatives are not eliminated or lessened. The 2025-2026 school budget, as compared to the current year budget, marks a total increase of 4.5%, yielding a total proposed budget of $91,150,000. What does this budget mean in terms of dollars for taxpayers? To illustrate, this chart provides some different house assessment values and corresponding increases. As you can see in the highlighted column, the average assessed home in Wall Township is $493,600. The proposed budget calls for an annual increase of $200.05 with a monthly increase of $16.67. This figure includes the district's debt service obligation as a result of the 2022 referendum. Wall Township Public Schools is excited to finish out the 2024-2025 school year and is eager to begin the initiatives and projects budgeted for the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you for your time.
As indicated previously, I did want to make a couple comments after that presentation. Wall Township Public Schools Board of Education is committed to providing our students with the best possible learning experience. This learning experience includes best practices for class size, brain-based curriculum, and robust counseling services. This experience also includes Board of Education staffed bus drivers, custodians, maintenance, and other support staff. Each member of our team contributes to our students' educational experiences, and each member of our team is valued by this organization. Each year, we have to evaluate the needs of the district. Sometimes our needs change, and we need to be responsive to new priorities. One of our goals in developing next year's school budget, as in years past, is to maximize efficiency. Essentially, we ask ourselves, how can we refine our operations to cut costs without compromising the students' learning experience and staff needs? Unfortunately, expenses to run this district are outpacing the monies garnered from our revenue sources. We must close the budget gap. To do so, we have to make cuts. Some of these cuts are in personnel. While some retirements afforded us the ability to use breakage, it was not enough to close the gap. With rising operation costs and changing needs and priorities, it saddens me that our budget could no longer support part-time lunch paraprofessional positions. This was a difficult decision, and I cannot reiterate enough that we are so grateful for our part-time lunch paraprofessional service to the children of this district, and I do thank you for your service. I did receive some questions today about elementary lunch and recess supervision. Please note, the budget still supports the full-time elementary lunch paraprofessional positions, and our K-5 students will continue to be supervised by board employees with adult children ratios consistent with or more preferred than our peer districts. I would like to stress that I did receive some correspondences, and I believe in public comment, that the thought was that there would be one certificated staff member for the cafeteria and for outside. That is not the case. So I just wanted to share that. We are able to accomplish this through maximizing our staffing efficiency, which will be made possible next year by restructuring of the elementary school schedule. More details to follow, but our district-wide elementary schedule change also provides for an increase in instructional time in both language arts and in mathematics. I thank you for your time. Mr. Maliff?
Thank you, Dr. Handan. At this time, we will have public comment on anybody who would like to speak specifically on the budget or the budget presentation. If you would like to speak on the budget, please, you can go to one of the microphone at the top or the one down at the bottom.
Gail Marr, same person as before. I get it. I know that the debits and the credits have to equal at the end of the column. Maybe we have to push something off. Maybe we push off the math programs that we're buying. Maybe we don't start that till 26, 27. And then we see how it goes, and maybe at the end of next year, maybe we come up to the same decision. But there are things that could be pushed off to see if the year could work by manipulating the purchase of curriculum. Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments specifically on the budget?
Betsy Cross. I've been to, this is probably my 14th budget presentation, and I'm going to say this was the worst that we've ever had. Normally what you have is you show in a column and you would highlight, where you say budget highlights mathematics, you would put how much that extra is going to cost. So you'd say that new mathematics is going to cost 50 grand. Then you'd put the multilingual education, then the word language. We have no idea what you're doing here. It makes no sense whatsoever. So I think you'll have to go back to the drawing board. I wouldn't approve. I don't think you'll get one. You should not get one approval for this, because this makes no sense at all. I don't see what you're doing with the money. What was the exact number that you're going to save just by the paraprofessionals? You threw out a number of 600,000. How much of that is for the paraprofessionals? Could you just tell me that number so I know it? Does anybody know the number up here before you're voting? Anyone? We need a breakdown of the 600,000. So I know you're the usual, just sit there and just pretend nobody's up here. But we need numbers. We need to know how much everything is costing. That 7 mindset, I don't know what we're getting out of it, but how much is it? We need a breakdown of the extra $2 million you're spending, because you saved 600,000, 1.6 million is for health insurance, and you spend another $2 million. Where is the $2 million going? What percentage of that is for salaries? Is that 2.5%? Because your numbers don't match up. I got a report through Oprah that salaries came in at 53 million, and what you're showing me here is like 50 and 51. So there's 2 million here that's not adding up right now. But this is not making any sense at all. It's a horrible presentation, and I tell people, go to Ridgewood's presentation, go to Princeton's presentation. You're gonna see nothing like this. Nobody does this, unless you want to just shuffle the money. Brian Smythe always keeps his head down, taking notes, and doesn't want to answer any questions, and he's up there laughing. Yeah, we know how it goes, Mr. Smythe.
Please direct your comments to the chair.
Yeah, we need questions answered, Athena Cornell. That's what we need.
It's public comment. Thank you.
Yeah, we need. You just said come up here if you have questions on the budget, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And you're sitting up there, blank stares as usual, while you want us to give you an extra $200 a year for the average homeowner. So the $1 million home, get your checkbook out, because that's going to be $500. And guess what? We're not going to tell you where it's going. And municipal, same thing. They want 4 to 5%. So everybody's taxes, your taxes are going to go up $1,000, and do not ask us where it's going, because you 9 people want to control everything. So you can pay the entire increase until you let us know where the money's going. Find the money for those lunch women. This is outrageous and ridiculous based on what you just did.
Do we have any other comments on the budget presentation? Okay. Seeing none at this time, I'm going to close public comment on this portion of the meeting.
Oh, Mr. Mallett?
Yes, Mr. Smythe.
Just for clarification, in presentation, it was referenced that there was a $600,000 saving. If you go back to the workshop meeting that was held by the Board of Education, it was indicated that through attrition or retirements, the breakage that's realized by new staff coming in at a lower step on the guide, there was approximately $400,000 savings, and the impact on the lunch paraprofessionals being as a reduction of force in next year's budget is $200,000.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Smythe. Okay. At this time, I'm going to ask for a motion from the board to adopt the 2025-2026 school budget. Can I have a motion?
Regrettably, I will make the motion, but I will make it.
Mr. Buffa, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Brereton, a second. Okay, roll call, Mr. Smythe.
Roll call, Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Anisio? Yes. Ms. Barbier?
Yes.
Mr. Brereton?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. DiGiovanni? Yes. Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Wondrak?
Yes.
Mr. Mallett?
Yes. At this time, we're going to have the President's report. A couple of things that I'd like to mention. First of all, I want to also add my further congratulations to Donovan Klein for being the overall state bowling champion. A great accomplishment, very proud of him. Also, as was mentioned in the student report, we had a high school student, Samuel Feldman, who was recognized for his in the State Teen Arts for his vocal performance, and also Mr. Bryant's guitar ensemble for their teen arts recognition. Also, in the past month, I had the opportunity to attend 2 productions, one here at the Wall Intermediate School of Beauty and the Beast, and it was an absolute sellout. I think all of the shows were sellouts here, and I want to commend the cast and the crew and the teacher, student, the advisors, and also I know the parents who put a lot of time into that, not only on the night of the production, but also for the practices that they had to take place in the time. So it's a lot of time, and you could see that it went into that. And also this past weekend, the high school put on a production of The Addams Family. And I got to tell you, when you see a high school production such as this, with live music, and the sets that were built for this, and the cast, and the members of the orchestra, you know, as a citizen of Wall Township, and you just have to be proud of what was on display then. And I thought it was just a fantastic evening, and enjoyed it thoroughly. Congratulations to everybody who was involved. And just before I turn it over to the superintendent's report, just a comment about the budget. Certainly, preparing a budget is one of the most difficult and important responsibilities of the board. And I would like to point out that in the preparation of this budget, a priority is that no student programs were cut, and we were able to keep all of the programs that we have had in the previous years going forward. And if you look at many of the other districts in the area and around the state, that cannot always be said to be true. And I'm hoping that we will always be able to do that, and certainly we were able to accomplish that with this budget. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Hanrahan for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Maliff. I'd like to thank the Wall High School Color Guard and Colonel Jacks for opening up our meeting this evening. And as always, thank our student representatives. This month, we had Mason Adams and Megan Cappy, so I appreciate them coming out. To echo Mr. Maliff's sentiments, a huge congratulations to sophomore Donovan Klein on becoming the NJSIAA Boys Bowling Individual Champion. It's such a big accomplishment, and we look forward to his future successes. I would also like to congratulate the cast and crew and the advisors of Wall High School's Addams Family Production, and certainly certainly the sellout crowd for the Beauty and the Beast at Intermediate. It's amazing the art programs that we do have in our schools, and I am proud that we are able to continue supporting the arts in such a meaningful, positive way for our students, staff, and our families. I would also like to recognize that last week, Wall Intermediate School, they were working very, very hard preparing for and executing the Volley for Autism fundraiser. It is an amazing night for all that attend, and a great deal of funds have been raised for an outstanding organization. So I thank you for all of their very important work. And I would also like to thank Ms. Kelly Weiner and Ms. Jennifer Serbowitz for all of their work in preparing tonight's budget video. There's a lot of moving parts to preparing that, and I want to thank them for their work. This month's total district enrollment numbers for March 2025 are as follows. Pre-K, 78. Kindergarten, 228. First grade, 226. Second grade, 233. Third grade, 248. Fourth grade, 236. Fifth grade, 281. Sixth grade, 238. Seventh grade, 253. Eighth grade, 258. Ninth grade, 219. 10th grade, 216. 11th grade, 252. 12th grade, 234, and that yields a total enrollment in the district at 3,200. So that is the updated enrollment figures for the month of March, and I thank you. And back to you, Mr. Maliff.
Thank you, Dr. Handerhan. I just wanted to mention I did forget to include the following information in my report, which I will do now. Students of the month for Wall High School, grade 9, Jack Cartmel, grade 10, Ellie Peterson, grade 11, Mallory Fitzpatrick, and grade 12, Thomas Eckberg. The nights of the week for the month of March, we have 12th grader Leah Yates, 12th grader Colin Kessel, 9th grader Jaden Stevenson, 10th grader Casey Montagnoni, and 11th grader Jinhong Ni. Student of the marking period 3 for the various departments. For art, we have 12th grader Johanna Bryan. For business, 11th grader Isabella Nieves. English, 10th grader Maeve Donovan. Family life, 12th grader Hannah Pomerantz. Math, 11th grader Callie Buxbaum. Music, 11th grader Karina Manal. PE and health, 11th grader Alexander Langenfeld. Science, 10th grader Callie Woodside. Social studies, 10th grader Alex Lightbody. 11th grade technology, Thomas Plisky. And world language, 11th grader Jake Karkich. Thank you. And at this time, are there any board members who would like to make any comment on any items? Mr. Buffa.
Mr. Maliff, thank you. I just want to thank Mr. Smythe, Dr. Handerhan, and the administration for working very hard to produce this budget. It's absolutely not an easy thing to have any type of reduction in force, but I can say, I speak for myself as the chair of F&F, I do feel that the administration worked hard to find efficiencies, to continue the level of excellence that the community of Wall deserves in the education of their children. So while earlier I had said regrettably, that was the fact that we had to reduce force, I am very proud of the budget that went forward today overall, and I want to thank the administration for their hard work.
Thank you, Mr. Buffa. Any other board member wishing to comment? Okay. Committee reports are also up on the website, and they can be found on the agenda for tonight's meeting. At this time, I'm going to open up public comment, or third public comment, for any items that are appearing on tonight's agenda. So anyone who would wish to make a comment on agenda items.
Betsy Cross, I live in Wall. Yep, disappointing that everybody voted for that budget. We really do need to see, and Dr. Hannah, I would really just like an appointment with you to go over what did you cut and where did you spend the extra $3 million. We have no idea what just happened here. We know $200,000 was to get rid of the lunch aids, but I can't understand. We got $1.6 million for health insurance. Where did the rest of the money go? I do not like to see in the F&F minutes that we're going through that one co-op. I know we've had major problems with co-ops in the past with Mr. Smythe, of not getting bids, and now it says in F&F we're going with these co-ops so we don't have to get bids. Well, that's not how this works. We need to see bids in Wall Township because we've had more problems than any other school district. So you need to go back to getting bids and not getting rid of the bids for there. What else was on there? I did not get a number. Could you tell me how much the 7 mindsets cost? And then could you also give me the number of how much the new math program is going to cost? You must know those numbers before you voted. So if you could give those numbers. And then, Dr. Hannah, your presentation did not put in there the $600,000. You just put that you were cutting the staff. But when you were talking in your presentation, you mentioned the $600,000. I think you really need to be clearer on that. And then I'll send you a sheet where your salaries are not matching up. I think what will be helpful too is all these clubs. I don't know if the clubs meet, if there's minutes done, but you got stipends upon stipends upon stipends upon stipends. So, you know, maybe some of those groups aren't active and you could have saved the money there. But I can't believe that you couldn't find $200,000 in this budget from this. It doesn't even make any sense. And especially when you have no numbers, and even in the past we had it before you got here, Tracy. We would have, this is what we cut and this is what we saved, and this is where the money's going. Other than health insurance, for a Platinum Plus health plan from the 1970s, you could have saved the money in the health insurance without a doubt. Nobody has these health plans anymore, and you need to stop them here. People could take more pay home, and we would not be spending 70% of $48,000 for Dr. Handerhan, and Mr. Smythe's plans are going to be around $40,000. We can't afford it. What I'm paying for Tracy's plan as a percentage is more than my family plan, the 100% amount. You know why? Because my husband's employer has common sense. These plans are not common sense. You cannot continue to offer plans from the 1970s. I don't care it's in the contract. You need to scale back. Or in 10 years, you're going to be spending $100,000 per person on health benefits because that's where you've gone. When I first started coming here, you were spending $5 million. I mean, $5 million on health benefits.
Thank you, Ms. Cross. Please conclude
yeah.
the remarks.
So, Mr. Mouth, I'd really like to set up an appointment, and you can have Tracy there, and you can go over these numbers with me because I would like to share them with the public.
Okay, thank you.
Will you agree to set up an appointment?
Thank you for your comments. At this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the, I'm sorry, another comment?
Sure.
My apologies. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
see you.
no problem. Terry Vaness, Colonial Drive, Wall Township. I'm also a former board member, and I spent 13 years on the Wall Township Board of Education. So I get it. I get what it's like to sit up there. I get what it's like to do, go through all the budgets, go year after year. I also went through 4 superintendents. So, yeah. So I have a question, though. Do you have the information on the ratio of students to adult supervision, you know, the paraprofessionals, the part-time paraprofessionals during lunchtime periods and during recess as it exists today with the paraprofessionals that exist in the district today? And then whatever new type of approach you're planning to take, what is the ratio of the adult supervision to the number of students in the cafeteria as well as on, you know, out on the playground during recess? I think that's really an important figure to give all of these concerned parents. I mean, that's, if I was sitting there as a board member, and you may have discussed this, all right, and I get it, but maybe it would help alleviate some of the concern. I mean, maybe you have, I don't quite get what the plan is. And, you know, maybe you're still working on that. And maybe you have a goal of certain ratio of adult supervision to the number of students, and you're going to achieve that in a different manner. But nobody's actually said that. So I think that's really important. And that would be a question that I would be asking if I were still sitting there, you know, as a board member, which I had for many years. So I appreciate, you know, if maybe you can share that information when you do have it. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right. Any further comments? Okay, at this time, I'm going to close public comment. And now I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda for items 12 through 19. Okay, Mr. Giovanni, a second. Mr. Wondrak, Mr. Smythe, roll call.
Mr. Anizia? Yes. Ms. Barbier?
Yes.
Mr. Barrington?
Yes.
Mr. Buffer?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni? Yes. Mr. Smith? Yes. Mr. Wondrak?
Yes.
Mr. Adams? Yes. Mr. Madden?
Yes. And at this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn. Mr. Agnizio, a second. Ms. Barbier? All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.